This week on TGC News, Flux is fluxing on everyone, bolt guns galore, and the Banshee goes to 10. With sites like Shopify and other e-commerce companies going full-on anti-gun, there has to be an alternative, right? Well, guess what? Make Ready Arms is your solution, offering turnkey all-in-one e-commerce solutions for everyone from huge established brands to folks that just want to make a little bit of side cash. They have customizable templates for everyone and even offer distributor integration for drop shipping. The entire thing from top to bottom is gun-friendly, from website to hosting to credit card processing, all of it. Whether you want to have your own physical inventory or pull down from the top distributors out there, you can do it all. Now, normally you could do a 15-day free trial, but if you use my code TGC30, you get a full month for free when you get set up over at MakeReadyArmss.com. Welcome back to another episode of TGC News, the only gun news show that covers things you actually care about. My name is Jon Patton. Shout out to all of the folks that are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Go do that if you're not, because we just hit 200,000 subscribers over the weekend, and that is freaking amazing.
Excellent!
Thank you guys, all of you, for supporting what we do here at TGC. I say this all the time. I try to, let you guys know how much you mean in this equation of what we do here, and it's awesome. Thank you. You guys are great. Now, let's jump into the news because we have a mountain of stuff to cover. If pistol caliber carbines are top of the heap, then feeding from Glock mags is the framework holding it all up. It seems like every company out there is jumping on board with this trend, and there is one brand trying to do about 1mm more. This is the CMMG Banshee. You guys have all seen these things before. This is not a new gun to the market entirely. They just added a new caliber, 10mm. Now, this may not sound significant on the surface, but in large part, 10mm PCCs are not common. Mostly because the recoil is pretty stout for the heavier loads, and a wide variety of ammo, from the soft shooters to that heavy stuff, makes it difficult to create a one-size-fits-all solution. CMMG seems to have tackled that. This new gun benefits from their radial delayed blowback system, which is intended to slow and redirect energy and therefore reduce felt recoil and change the way the gun cycles. If any caliber could benefit from that, it's 10mm. And yes, I know there have been a ton of videos in your feed about this gun already, so let's just jump into the pricing. They range from $12.99 all the way up to $16.49. They ship with multiple buffers to try and tackle the issue of ammo compatibility, and generally speaking, they have hyped this thing up so freaking much that I'm wondering if it all holds true. I actually have one in hand, and I'm planning on comparing it straight against my current favorite 10mm carbine. This might hurt for you to hear, the High Point. Stay tuned for that video in a couple weeks. Next up, Ruger has dropped yet another version of the 1022 from their custom shop. Think of the custom shop as a direct competitor to the Smith & Wesson Performance Center. It's that same type of thing. This time, it's a competition version of the 1022. I'll run through it quickly. The main thing here is the Green Mountain laminate stock. It's a lightweight stock aimed at being able to kind of move quickly with the gun and reduce the overall weight of the package. Inside the stock, you have a tuned action topped with a 30 MOA pick rail. Attached to that is a fluted and threaded cold hammer forged 16-inch barrel. And it also is dual bedded, which is supposed to help with overall accuracy. And on top of that, they utilize the BX trigger, which has a nice, clean, lightweight pull. The MSRP stings a little bit at $8.99, but if you want an out-of-the-box performer for 22 competitions, this might be a decent way to go. Moving along, a company called Flux Defense, who made themselves notable in a big hurry with their Flux brace that dropped last year, has released something really neat called the MP17, and it's got one of the most robust feature sets I've seen on a product like this in a long time. I'll run through it as quickly as I can. There's so much to cover, I gotta go quick. The basic premise is that it's a chassis for the P320, or as the Army calls it, the M17. Based on their promo video, the claim to fame here is the size and weight, all leading to being holsterable. They say it's half the length of a small PCC style gun and half the weight at just under 3 pounds versus just under 6 pounds with optics. In theory, this would give a soldier the ability to use their sidearm as more of a secondary option instead of a backup. Some of the key features are the spring-loaded stock or brace, depending on how you want it, a spot for a second mag that doubles as a forward grip, an optic mounting plate on top with a viewing port for still using your iron sights below that, and a couple other things like a QD cup and an available holster for this entire rig. Lots going on here. It reminds me of that X01 chassis that we covered ages ago, but the price tag here, all right. So the X01 goes for $699 if you get it with the SB Tactical brace. Otherwise, it just has a pick rail on the back. This unit from Flux comes in at $399, brace included, and $599 if you want to add the holster with it. In terms of value for money, this takes the cake in this very, very specific category. I think products like this are interesting because they sort of blend categories together. Carbine meets pistol and sidearm meets primary, and perhaps that's something that is actually innovative. And I'll let you guys decide if that's the case. Let's keep it rolling with something that's attempting to be innovative. This is the Stinger Concealment System. Long story short, it's a holster or a trigger cover that attaches to your Picatinny rail and can be sort of flicked out of the way after drawing the gun. It's meant to be an ultra low profile thing. The thing is, Kydex trigger guard holsters have been around for ages. The more I look at this Stinger setup, the more I'm wondering why. You can grab a Kydex setup for less than 20 bucks oftentimes, and this thing retails at 45 bucks right now. So who is this for? Why would you want your holster to be attached to your gun? Is there really some kind of benefit here? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not seeing the entire picture. I don't know, but it's really, really weird. Anyway, let's move on. Riton Optics, most known for being one of those brands that offers good quality glass at affordable prices, has a new reflex-style red dot. It's called the X3 Tactix PRD, and it's pretty simple. It's waterproof, shockproof up to 800 Gs, and using a standard 2032 battery has about 40,000 hours of life. MSRP on that is $299. But wait, there's more. Weatherby has released 3 new versions of their Mark V Accumark series of rifles. The Accumark, Accumark-Pro, and Accumark Elite. Long story shorter, these are higher-end precision-style rifles with 3 different levels of accoutrements. As you go up the pricing scale, you get things like a carbon fiber stock or a carbon fiber adjustable stock, and it's all based around their Mark V rifles, which are outstanding, and the prices match. They start out at $2,000 and work up to about $3,000 depending on caliber. You should be expecting performance to match that price tag. Savage also has a new rifle out, and you guessed it, it's another of the 110 series. I'll keep this short. It's a 110 with a really nice adjustable walnut stock. They're available in 8 different calibers and have an MSRP of $999. So if you wanted a 110 but love that like classic styling of something like, I don't know, a Winchester Model 70, this might be your ticket. Federal has done the industry a service by getting those sort of shorty shotgun shells SAAMI Spec. What that means is a body called the Sporting Arms and Ammunition Manufacturers Institute, otherwise known as SAAMI, has standardized the 1 3/4 inch shell, and that means everyone in the industry can now go ahead and manufacture to these specs. I'm really hoping that as we progress, we start seeing some neat advancements in little shotgun rounds. That'd be cool, right? And rounding us out, Fiocchi Ammunition has a new CEO. His name is Anthony Acatelli, I'm not really sure. Forgive me for pronouncing that incorrectly if I did. And to be honest with you, I'm nervous for Fiocchi. Acatelli used to be the CEO of Remington. Before that, he was CEO of Taurus. Before that, he was an executive at Colt. And it seems that even though he may not be like the single cause of destruction at these companies, it doesn't exactly look good when you have a wake of broken brands behind you. Hopefully him being at Fiocchi is a step forward for that company. Time will tell. Have you ever tried to put a gun together with this, or these, or maybe this, or maybe even this? Maybe it's time to consider getting some schooling from Sonoran Desert Institute. SDI offers courses from some of the best and brightest the gun industry has to offer. From gunsmithing to reloading to full-on associate's degrees in firearms technology, you can learn all of that from the comfort of your own home. To learn more, head over to sdi.edu. And now, as you guys keep on requesting, Pattons Armory. This is a segment where I grab one of my personal guns and tell you about it. I don't think this is going to entirely fit in the screen, but here we go. This is now my Ithaca Model 37 Featherweight. This is a 16 gauge shotgun. It's a little rough right now, but this used to be my dad's. And for those of you that don't know, my dad passed away in 2017, and this is now mine. It's not exactly top quality, but this means something to me because of what it is. 16 gauge was very, very popular back in the day when he used to hunt pheasant locally here in Pennsylvania. I haven't seen a pheasant wild here in a very, very long time, but this was his gun of choice. Like I said, it's not super nice. It's not a piece of crap by any means. It still works, but yeah, this is a neat one, and I'm really pumped that I am able to hold on to it, and I'm not just like an anti-gunner and got rid of it or something. That would suck, because this is cool. And wait for it. Really, really buttery smooth action on that. Yeah, cool. Now, as I always say, if you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments. And of course, thanks for checking out my guns. It's time now for Friendly Fire, the segment where I answer your questions from all over the interwebs. This time our questions are coming from our Subscribestar supporters. First up, Joshua Hammond says, what is the best way to try and show people that banning guns is not the solution? I've actually been talking about this a lot recently on TGC and TGC Surplus, our second channel, and we even had an entire podcast with Tim Knight talking about it last week. We have to educate. I suggest using the same tactics that are being used against us to strike a chord with people, emotionally connect with the people that you're talking to and educate them on the detriments of disarmament without stomping your feet and quoting the Constitution. Logic and facts are great, but they're just not enough anymore. We have to change our tactics. And before somebody says, oh, you're stooping to their level, guys, their tactics are working. We need to meet or exceed them to win. Well, Moby Arsenal says, where is the line drawn in the sand? I suppose this is in reference to gun laws and when to start refreshing the tree of liberty. You're not going to like my answer. That line is different for everyone. You have to make the decision on how you want to live your life. I could stand here and posture and be like, oh, the line is right here and blah, blah, blah. And that might make you feel better, but the reality is I can't make that decision for you. You have to decide where your line is. Chance Harper says, Chris Vector in 50 Beowulf, coolest dumb gun or dumbest cool gun? If they ever made a Vector in a rifle cartridge, hey, Chris, pay attention. Chris, seriously, pay attention. I know those guys watch. Pay attention. Make a Vector in a rifle cartridge. It would be amazing. I think they would have something flat out cool as hell on their hands if they pulled that off, let alone something in 50 Beowulf. That would be outstanding. My friendly fire question to you guys this week. What should we do to celebrate hitting 200,000 subscribers on YouTube? I want to know what you guys think. Should we do a special video, maybe like some sort of collaboration, try to bring some guys together? We could probably do that. Maybe give away some stuff. I know lots of people like free stuff. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And guys, be realistic. I can't afford to send you all to Mars. Sound off in the comments down below with your answer. And if you want to ask me a friendly fire question, send that to me on theguncollective.com. And that is it for this week's show. Guys, if you disliked the video, hit that button. If you liked it, hit like, hit subscribe, and consider supporting us via the links in the video description. Be sure to check out the deal of the week on our website and our sign up for our thing on the website too. And there's an Amazon affiliate store, and we have another channel called TGC Surplus, and blah, 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 blah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. They blend categories together. Ugh, I don't know what happened there. I gotta scroll back. I ad-libbed that. Excuse me, man. I don't know what's going on. Yep, it's over, but don't worry, you can click on the video up top to watch last week's show, and the one below that is the one that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. Check them out and let me know what you think.